Hello pupils, you are welcome to General Studies class. I am Uncle Popo. Uncle Popo is here. I am also here. That's your response. We are here together. 100% attention. 100% attention is what I need from you today. Our subject for today is Basic Science and Technology. Basic Science and Technology is the subject. In our last lesson, we discussed maintenance, and there you were taught the types of maintenance: corrective maintenance, predictive preventive maintenance, and the importance of maintenance. Today, we want to look at another very simple topic. Before we go in details to today's topic, let's look at the picture on the screen. Who can tell me whose picture you are seeing on this screen? Oh, so all of you know the picture. Fine. So he is Honorable Wahab Alawiye King, the executive chairman, Lagos State Universal Basic Education Board. Now, the question now is, if I ask you to draw this picture you are seeing on the screen, what are the drawing instruments that you will need? Your pencil, okay, ruler, okay, drawing board, and so on. So let's go into today's topic, and that is drawing instruments. That's our topic for today. What's the topic? Drawing instruments. But before that, let's look at the learning objectives. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to define drawing, list drawing instruments, and mention some of their uses. State purposes of drawing. What is drawing? Drawing is a visual art that makes use of number of drawing instruments to make a mark on a two-dimensional plane like paper. The key word here is visual art. Drawing is a visual art that makes use of drawing instruments to make mark on two-dimensional plane like paper. So let's look at the other instruments we use in drawing. Paper is the most common surface used for drawing. I believe you all know that. Paper is the most common surface used for drawing. But we also have materials like cardboard, wood, plastic, leather, canvas, and board are also used for drawing. It is not only paper that is the surface used for drawing. We have other materials that I've mentioned we use for drawing. A drawing can be in form of a sketch, a plan, a design, or graphic representation made with pens, pencils, or crayons. A drawing can be a sketch, a plan, a design, or graphic representation made with pens, pencils, or crayons. You look at what I mean by a sketch, a plan, to understand what I'm talking about. You can see this is a sketch made with pencil. I think you've been doing that to sketch an object, to sketch a thing. This is a sketch, and this is a building plan. The architect make use of this before they construct any building. So that is a sketch there, that's a plan. What are the examples of common drawing instruments? You have listed all those examples when I asked you to draw the picture of the executive chairman of Lasubeb. So let's look at those instruments one after the other. The first one is pencils. You need your pencil to draw. We have another is color pencils. We have crayons, your pastels, erasers. All these are the instruments you are very familiar with. Your rulers, dividers, compasses, set squares, drawing boards, and so on. You will see the picture of all these instruments, although you are very familiar with most of these drawing instruments. You can see them there. We also have more examples here of drawing instruments. We have your drafting tape, your scale, T-square, and so on. Those ones are examples of drawing instruments. On to uses of drawing instruments. All these instruments you mentioned when I asked you to draw the picture of the chairman of Lasubeb, the pencils and all that, we are going to look at the uses. The first one here is drawing board. This is used to provide a hard and solid surface for placing the drawing material. It is used to provide a hard and solid surface for placing the drawing material. You place your paper or your drawing material on the drawing board. So that is drawing board. Let's look at another drawing instrument. Apart from drawing board, we also have other examples. And let's look at the ruler. This one is, you are very familiar with ruler. You use it every day at home in your classrooms. It is used to measure the exact length of objects. It is used to measure the distance between two or more points. You can see the picture. I think you are very familiar with the use of ruler. And next one is divider. In your mathematical set, we have divider. You see the picture now. This is the picture of a divider. In your mathematical set, you have it there. So what do we use it for? It helps to mark out lengths on a ruler. We use divider to mark out lengths on a ruler. That's the use of a divider. Moving on to the next example, and that's a compass. Your compass, you also have that in your set. It is used to draw circles of various radii. It is used to draw circles of various radii. So you can see it here, you have your small pencils. I think some of you have been using this to draw circles at home in your classroom. Even some of you use it to just draw out circle. So that is your compass, used to draw circles of various radii. And next is set square. Set square. Set square, this is your set square. You also have it in your math set. That's your set square. What do we use set square for? It is used for drawing parallel lines and perpendicular lines. It is used for drawing parallel lines and perpendicular lines. This is what we call set square. We have different types of it. Now moving on to the purposes of drawing. Why do we draw? What is the purpose of drawing? Let's look at the purposes. The first one here is, it is frequently used in architecture, engineering, and commercial illustrations. The architect makes use of drawing. Like the plan you saw the other time, the architect will draw the plan and design with pencil. So they make use of drawing is very important. In the engineering, they also make use of drawing and also for commercial illustrations. Secondly, it is used for expressing feelings and emotions. It is used for expressing feelings and emotions. How you feel, like those artists, they draw how you feel, how somebody feels, and the picture would talk more than using the mouth to express the feelings or emotion. And next is to change people understanding and thinking. Drawing, that's another purpose. We use it to change people understanding and thinking. There are some drawings here in Nigeria that other people from outside the country will see that will change their orientation about Nigeria. So we use drawing for that purpose too. To remember the past memory. There are some of the things in the past that before we were born that those things happened, but through drawing you'll be able to see and remember the past memory. Next is to explore different objects or nature. To explore different objects or nature. And finally, to describe or record something. We use it to describe and we use it to record something. All these are purposes of drawing. Now, in today's lesson, we have talked about drawing. You were told that drawing is a visual art. that makes use of number of drawing instruments to make a mark on two-dimensional plane shape like paper. We were also told the common examples, common drawing instrument, examples of common drawing instrument like pencils, color pencils, crayons, pencils, erasers, rulers, dividers, and so on. Lastly, purposes of drawing. You were told that it is frequently used in architecture, engineering, and commercial illustrations. It is also used for expressing feelings and emotions. Lastly, to change people's understanding and thinking. So, let's see how you are giving your 100% attention in today's lesson. Evaluation time. So, the first question here, what is drawing? The second question, list 5 drawing instruments. And the third question, state 2 purposes of drawing. Your time starts now. Eyes on me. I believe you have answered correctly. I expect you to get everything because this topic is very simple. Now let's check the answers and see how you've performed today. Drawing is a visual art that makes use of a number of drawing instruments to make a mark on papers. The 5 drawing instruments, I think you can even list 10, but you were asked to list 5. Pencils, colored pencils, crayons, erasers, rulers, compass, set square, drawing boards, and so on. Purposes of drawing. You were asked to mention just 2. It's to change people's understanding and thinking. It is used for expressing feelings and emotion. It's frequently used in architecture and engineering and also for commercial illustrations. Mark accordingly and score yourself. We have come to the end of today's lesson. Until next time, next lesson, Uncle Popo says, keep on studying. Bye.